some technical difficulties, so it took me a little while to get everything with my connection here. But I just wanted to jump on today because there's a lot going on with the whole coronavirus thing. It's something that a lot of people are very worried about. Professionally, a lot of stuff has ground to a halt, and I wanted to kind of like come on, give you guys some guidance and share some things that you can do to make the most out of this time, and make the most out of this crisis. So here's what we're going to talk about. So first off is I'm going to be straight with you guys. In many areas of employment, things are freezing up right now, right? People don't want to make commitments because they don't know what's coming. Uncertainty screws with people's heads. So if you are applying for a new job right now, chances are there's no way that there's going to be any new hiring until after this resolves, or at least until people know how bad it's going to get. Right. That doesn't mean that you can't do a great job where you're doing now. Doesn't mean that you can't, get prepared. We're going to talk about that. And then if you're in freelancing or entrepreneurship, you're probably going to see a downturn in clients, right? You're going to see a downturn in people making commitments. So what are the 4 things that you can do right now to keep your career on track and to set yourself up for success? Well, the first thing is keep pushing. Just because things are hard right now doesn't mean they're going to be hard forever. So if you're looking for new jobs, get those applications out there, because what's going to happen is eventually things will unfreeze, right? And if you put your thing in, if you put your stuff in, then you'll be first in line, right? If you are a freelancer and entrepreneur, keep doing the work, keep working hard, keep sending out proposals, keep getting leads, keep pushing, because at the end of the day, right, there are going to be some people who are going to need what you do bad enough that they will make a commitment, right? They will go forward. Is it going to be harder? Right? Are you going to end up getting less money for more work in the immediate term? Yes. But here's the thing. During this period, you're also going to generate a lot of leads who aren't ready to commit. And what's going to happen is when everything calms down, you're going to have those leads available. So if you're a freelancer or you're an entrepreneur and you have all those leads ready, then in a month or 2 months or whenever this all dies down, you'll be able to go back to them and you'll be able to make, a good chunk of money very quickly, because you already have people who you're communicating with, you already have people who you're close to, you already have people who you built trust with, even though they weren't ready to make a commitment right now. Now, the second thing that you can do during this whole coronavirus craziness is you can get your plans together. So there are many things that are necessary for you to advance and move forward towards your dream, or to identify what that dream is, right? And all that planning can be done anyway, right? And as everything's kind of quieter, as everything's kind of more chill, as everything's, everybody's kind of receding, this gives you a lot of space to do things like get clear on your purpose, put together a career plan. If you're starting a business, put together a business plan. If you're going to be going into freelancing, put together, what your profile is going to say, put together what your proposal structures are going to be, right? If you're going into employment, work on upgrading your resume, work on putting out some template cover letters. There's a lot of work that you can do right now to move yourself forward, right? That doesn't require other people to make the commitment. And that way, when the time comes, you'll be ready to pull the trigger like that. And on that same note, that brings us to the third thing that you can do right now, which is the internal work, right? Overcoming your psychological blocks, meeting your demons, sitting with your demons, overcoming them, processing them. Because at the end of the day, your life is going to be a reflection of what's going on inside. And if I look at all my clients, and all the people I've worked with and all the people that I've seen, right? People who are, really struggling with internal stuff move way, way, way slower than they need to externally. And I've never met somebody who didn't have something that was slowing them down. Some people have a lot, some people have a little, but everybody's got it. And now is a great time to, do some inner reflection, to get your stuff together, to figure out, what's going on inside, so that when these things do calm down, right, you've had this time to yourself. You've had this time to heal. You've had this time to process, and you can jump out of that gate like a rocket ship, right? And then that brings us to the very fourth thing. And this is something that's really important, and that is self-care. So if you've done everything you can do as far as planning, and if you're working on understanding yourself and going through that introspection, there's nothing wrong with taking this opportunity to just recharge, right? At the end of the day, so many people tell me that they don't have the time, but in reality, it's not that they don't have the time, it's that they don't have the energy. And so if you've been running a million miles an hour, then simmer down, right? There's nothing wrong with getting everything in gear and saying, hey, I can't take any further steps at this moment. So go for your walks, get your energy back. And then when the time comes, again, when this all dies down in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or however long it takes, right? You'll have the energy, you'll have the plan, you'll have the internal work and the decisiveness and the willpower, right? And you'll be able to push forward and you'll be able to capitalize on it. Because what's going to happen is there are going to be a lot of people who are going to let this whole thing really throw them off. There are going to be a lot of people who are just going to let it throw them out of whack and screw with their head. And then 6 months after it's over, they're still going to be like, oh, and then that coronavirus thing happened and it threw me off and I just couldn't focus and I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. And in reality, since so little is happening, we have so much time to do things, right? Like for me, I'm working on writing a new book. Everything's been crazy in my business, but now as things kind of get quiet, it's a great time to go write the book, right? It's a great time, as I said, to put together business plans. It's a great time to get clear on your purpose. It's a great time to do all these things that don't require the commitment of other people just yet. Because the people who move forward right now and the people who do all the preparation right now are going to be the ones who are leading the pack, right? You can choose to let it throw you off, or you can choose to do everything in your power. And that way, when things do start up again, you're going to be starting with a hell of a head start. And so guys, don't give up. Don't let this affect you mentally, right? Obviously there are going to be external effects, right? Obviously there are going to be challenges. Every one of us is going to need to adapt. Every one of us is going to need to get creative. Even little things like my workouts, right? All the gyms are closed. So I have to take a resistance band. I have to get creative. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that, right? All that kind of stuff it's part of life, right? And if the people who weather that and who adapt and who prepare and who use this time valuably are going to be the ones at the top when it's all over. So guys, that's my message to you. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Don't give up. Do everything in your power that you can do. And that's how you set yourself up for success, right? And at the end of the day, the time to get to the end point, to get to a life that you really want, doesn't have to be shortened by very much or even at all if you use this time valuably. So keep that in mind, guys. Wishing you the best, and I will see you guys next week. Farewell. Have a good day.